Now, from one protest to the other, yesterday, the people of Ashaiman also gave the government a 2-month ultimatum to fix their roads. Now, there's a story in the Finder. It reads, concerned citizens of Ashaiman on Tuesday embarked on a demonstration that fix our roads to push their demand for better road networks in the municipality. The protestants, clad in red as part of the demonstration, blocked the Ashaiman traffic intersection, which connects the municipality to Tema and other nearby communities, leaving commuters stranded. They also burnt vehicle ties in the middle of the road as part of the protest. Singing and chanting, they held placards, some of which read, "Our businesses are collapsing as a result of bad roads. Fix them now. We pay taxes. Fix our roads. Our health is in danger as a result of bad roads. Please fix our roads, and good roads promote businesses," among others. You can also get the rest of the story in the page 5 of the Finder. Larato, I'll start with you. The people of Ashaiman want better roads. And I think it's not only the people of Ashaiman. In fact, most roads in the capital and other areas in Ghana are in very deplorable state. The one in my own area is no exception. Very, very bad.
That makes 2 of us. You should see my ties.
But you can't complain.
Yes.
You can't complain. We won't allow you to complain.
Firma,
yes.
I'm a Ghanaian. So I live in a community.
You are closer to the ear that will hear. So please carry yours and ours.
So rather than me holding a placard, I won't hold a placard. I'll talk to people within.
Okay.
But all these things, I mean, the protest yesterday, I mean, if you've driven around Ashaiman, you understand. If
yes.
you've driven around Santor, East Legon Hills, all those other places. But that doesn't say that nothing has been done there.
Okay.
More has to be done, and they are perfectly within their rights to ask for better road networks. Because if it's not dust, it's mud and all that. So yeah, no, at least as in 2022 last year, they had a bid, some 0.7 kilometer asphaltic overlay that's being done across the nation, and the Lebanon Junction, Fafa Market to Sikafu and Banten area was more has to be done, and they have every right. Yesterday they had the municipal chief executive address them and assured them of what should be done. But this is where I come in again with a matter of protests. We are talking about Ashaiman residents protesting. What are they protesting about? It's for roads. They need their roads fixed, and they have every right as citizens of this country to have good roads to drive on, to avoid dust and all that. So I think this is something that needs to and should be addressed. Some plan held once the district municipal chief executive is involved. This is something that might be addressed. But let's talk about protests. They are talking about roads. When Democracy Hub had their protests, they spoke about living conditions in the country, challenges that government admits and is working on. But let's go back to the protest yesterday. You kept asking now, what was it meant to achieve? What was the purpose? You said, Bank of Ghana governor, you think, hasn't done what he's supposed to do. But even when you go into the statements that the Bank of Ghana released, and you argue, and their minority leader, or should I say minority leader, knows better than Na and I as a financial person.
Is that not why he's leading the demonstration?
When he came, well, he should be leading it from Parliament, not leading it on the street. That is how it's supposed to be. When you look at all the narratives and all the statistics that now tried going in, but ended up reading the act that Parliament passed to govern the institution. You look at it, all the 50% haircut that Bank of Ghana to definitely to have the legacy debts that were written off, some date as far back of 1990. So you can't expect, but they know. And the minority themselves know that. The things that they are talking about were not due to operational issues.
Okay.
Were due to the global shocks and other things, and the haircuts and all those things that Bank of Ghana had to suffer. That is where we are, where we are. And that is the truth they are hiding away from. But be as it may, you want the governor to resign. You, as members of parliament. And that is what saddens me, because you don't deceive Ghanaians.
But why are we still talking about the governor resigning? We are now at Ashaiman.
No, that's what I'm telling you, that about protests. Ashaiman people, you ask her a question.
So please add, no, hold on.
Frema.
We are talking about the Ashaiman bad roads. Add the non-functioning traffic lights, the non-functioning street lights. You know, I think last week or so, on the Tessanot Road, before you get to the Atmoto overhead, you know, when I got there, the traffic lights were working. I was confused. Because we have programmed ourselves as here, when you get here, you struggle. Because for years, traffic lights were not working.
Remember the last time we spoke about traffic lights, I told you there were some number of traffic lights that had been deployed.
So that one is
at least now you affirm that
one is working.
That's why I'm saying that Ashaiman citizens are complaining about their route. They are specific in what they are protesting about. Democracy have more specific in what they are. What is Bangla? So because if you ask her, what did they mean to achieve? And you say they didn't even delegate anybody. When there was a director in charge of security there to receive you. So if you really mean well, is this their push to go? But that's what citizens are asking for. It's within their right. Nobody should be doing it. But because of the various priorities that we have and all that, all these things being done, the MC assured them, and I think this is something that must be looked at. And it's not just Ashaiman alone. It cuts across various parts of this country. And those are things, even outside Greater Accra.
At this point, the protest is area by area.
Yes.
So me, I'm putting
I'm campaigning for
on behalf of myself and David.
And that is what
we are protesting for the deplorable roads in Ashaiman to be fixed.
That is why I am saying that. You see, and at a point we also need to take interest in also what happens at the local level. On the 19th of December, there will be district level elections. These are the people who are supposed to sit at our various assemblies and steer the affairs, just like the board of the assembly. So we also need to be careful the people we vote in to go and take these decisions for, because there are some of the things that it doesn't really need to take national level to come and do it. The districts, the MMDs, DAs can also put in certain measures. Because where I live now, there were a lot of efforts by the community to engage the district assembly, municipal assembly, to see how they could work on drains and some of the streets within. Because some of them are virtually no road, but there was no... this one, are you going to blame the Minister of Roads or blame the President of the Republic?
Yes, because everything rests at the doorstep of the minister or the ministry, because we have sat on this show countless times, Loratu, and MMDs, MCEs, DCEs have come out to say that we have written letters, we have called them, nothing is happening. Really, you and I know that these guys don't have much power, and there are some of these projects that goes beyond just the assembly.
You underestimate, apart from they getting common fund and all that, you also raise IGF. They also have community people who are also ready to contribute to it. I think they should also look at it. I think there should be some level of innovation when it comes to the MMD. So we should go and do communal labor. Come again. We should go and do communal labor. So the community... I'm asking, so community members, now we have to go and fix the roads. No. I'm not saying that you go and ask, but at least if you have a community and you decide that a Saturday on a Sunday, we've had, you remember we used to have the Saturday thing and all that. People didn't go. But you see, we're also being used to so many ways of doing things that the things that used to work for us in the past, we do them no more. Because gone are the days that someone will sweep their frontage and clean that part of it in front. But now we don't do it anymore. We probably even clean our bedrooms and our living rooms, and we even leave the compound. You know, so some of these things, what I'm saying is that when communities also show interest in supporting the assembly to take care of some of these things, those in charge
What
local
community
level
members,
should also show.
I agree, but what community members can do is to always prompt them that the roads are bad, which is what we are doing.
That's fair.
So now,
that is fair.
We will not go and do communal labor with the roads.
Protest, that is what minority do. You don't go and deceive people that you want the bank of when you know definitely that the people you're supposed to be calling to come and answer questions. If you're talking about living conditions and all that, it's not the mandate of the governor of Bank of Ghana. But if you're talking about what has been done at Bank of Ghana, so they need to also be clear. Don't deceive people, carry them all the way to Bank of Ghana and go and throughout the whole thing under the guise that nobody that you think is worth receiving your petition came. That's a blatant lie and misleading the people. You carry from her numbers, you carry 50,000 people all the way. They come and support you. According to now, they didn't even invite some of them. They came. What did you tell them? And they came. They should stop lying to the people. And I mean, in all that, let's also commend the police. Just as we all went after them when there were issues for the protest, let's also commend the police for the peaceful nature of the protest that I think for Ashaiman there was an incident. Some people were arrested, but I think it was minimal compared to what we saw earlier. So let's also commend the police. Even before the protest started, they had a press conference and all that. They should keep it that way, because these are citizens, these are citizens who have the right to protest whichever way it is. So they've done well, let's commend them, just as we go after them when they don't do what is supposed to be done.
Now, the people of Ashaiman.
You know, democracy is a civil right, and everybody has the right to view out its views in whatever way or manner. So for us, it is peaceful. And we all know the Kume Preko, the popular Nana Akufo-Addo Kume Preko demo. That was how come Akufo-Addo shot to stardom. So I'm surprised.
So you also want to shoot to stardom?
I'm surprised.
In 2020,
Laratu is worried about the protest yesterday.
Oh, but I'm not worried about it.
No, I don't think she's worried.
I am sure it's about the numbers. And it's not about the message, yes.
Okay, but on that hold on.
We are not misleading people.
Misleading people.
The minority have the right to demonstrate.
On that same score.
No, hold on. The right to demonstrate. Especially when
you misled 50,000 people.
No, they have the right to.
And now you're telling us that nobody came to receive a petition. No, because when there was a director to receive the petition.
When the country is going through a trying time, where the directors of the Bank of Ghana have increased their salaries by 80%. It is sad. The Ghanaian woman is dying. Those who go to the market, the children are suffering. They cannot get vaccines. Pampers are high. We cannot pay for the pampers.
We are in challenges.
Exactly. So the problem here is in the midst of this challenge. In the midst of this, no, it is not about the minority standing on the street. They have the right to. They have the right to demonstrate. But in the midst of the problems that we are facing in Ghana, then the directors of the Bank of Ghana would increase their salaries up to 80%, Laratu. It is not about propaganda. It is about bringing out the truth, Laratu. It is not propaganda. We are bringing out the truth. I am happy you are saying minority is not as part of the solution. Yes, and this is one of our strategies. This is one of our strategies to come out to the streets and to let the whole world. It is not a campaign strategy.
Okay, said it earlier.
But that is ceasefire.
A protest cannot be a campaign strategy. I don't know your definition. I don't know your definition of what a campaign strategy is. Maybe Dr. Alaji Bawumia will tell us what a campaign strategy is. Yes, because
are you ready now to address the protest that happened yesterday at
campaign strategy?
We'll mute your mic.
The alternative is
no, mute your mic. So yesterday, the people of Ashaiman, I'm tempted to believe that where you live, there are no issues with roads, no issues with street lights, traffic lights, anything. That's why I don't want to pay attention to what happened at because I know that the road you use, maybe that's why you were late. Did it rain yesterday in Kaswa?
Yes, it did.
Maybe that's why you were late, because when it rains, that road is terrible, you know, the Atala area. I know that place very, very well.
So you should be leading a protest in Kaswa, from what you've told her now.
Absolutely. So, everybody, one man, one protest in your area.
Yeah, it helps.
Yeah.
Democracy, it's civil.
So the people of...
Frema.
Yes.
I can relate to the people of Ashaiman. Last week, I was going to Ashaiman for a meeting. When I got to the Under Bridge, stand still for 3 good hours.
Wow.
I think it rained that morning. So we were just there for 3 good hours. No car was moving. And you know, with the Ashaiman Under Bridge, it is not like the East Legon. So it is the other car waits on the other side for one. And normally we get these, our colleagues, our area guys, the traders around, who directs the traffic there. So when they are tired or they are frustrated, they also leave, and then the place becomes very chaotic. I was there for 3 hours. My meeting was over. I had to just make a detour and go back to Kaswa.
Yeah.
So I can relate to the good people of Ashaiman. Although with their protests, there were a little hitches and some issues with the police, but it was manageable. It was not as compared to some previous protests that has been conducted within some communities or some constituencies. Now, when we speak of roads, Kaswa, Ewutu-Senya East, I don't know of Achimota. I would have spoken for you, Frema.
Don't worry, I'll speak for myself.
But Ewutu-Senya East.
But you've been speaking for yourself.
For God knows how long. We've even gone to cat cake now.
Between year 2014 to 2016, when His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was in power, or the NDC government, the roads that we constructed in Kaswa and its environs, we talk of the Kaswa flyover, which extended to the flyover at Bujumburam, then also the flyover at Galilea. We talk of the roads from Kaswa to the new market all the way to Bodriase. We talk of Dactus Kamebre. We talk of Adam Nana. We talk of... We saw on the roads, Laura too. We're talking of the roads from the Zongo to Newtown. All these roads.
Everybody's crying for the roads.
Exactly. Yeah. All these roads were constructed under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama within 2014 to 2016. Now, after 2016, when NDC left power, there is no road that has been constructed within the constituency. I didn't mention all the roads because we did a lot of work, a lot. Walantu, CP, Adade, Adamnana, what's it? Is it the Tuba? Oh yes,
I know the Kaswa flyover. That one I know.
Please
and
do.
The bypass, you know, from the Kokobite junction through to the new market.
Adade, that is the Adade road. Yes.
That road.
So,
but have you seen the road now?
I used that road. Even I used is it the Kokrobite, the main Kokrobite to barrier, the old barrier.
Yes.
Yes. And that is what even saved me some amount of time. Because when you are coming from Kaswa through the toll booths, Frema, I'm sure I would have spent not less than 2 hours on that road.
I was there last week, you know, to do a report. And it is bad, Laura, to that Kaswa stretch. It's terrible. You know, the toll booth area coming to the barrier, new barrier and all that is very chaotic, very terrible.
I think the national security
was there, yes. They were sent to clear the sand that had washed onto the road.
But you see, Frema, anytime the sand is cleared and it rains, it comes back. Because the sand doesn't gather in one place. It comes from the hill.
The top,
So anytime it rains, the erosion and everything, it comes on the streets. There is a drainage there which is not too big. So when it rains, the sand fills it up. So water gets stuck on the road. the sun also gets stuck. The same thing happens at
It's
Atala.
an engineering issue.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
yes, it's
exactly.
a construction
That was
issue.
constructed between 2014 and 2016, right?
No, it wasn't constructed. That road was not
Who
constructed.
constructed it?
That
No,
road
I think
was not
it happened during the
constructed.
West Hills construction.
Yes,
era
was the
and all
West Hill
that.
construction.
Yes, during whose era?
That road was not constructed.
During whose era? You
That-
just said
that-
all the roads
but
in
that
Kaswa
road
were
was not
constructed by Joma.
But that road was not constructed within that time.
It was constructed by who?
But I don't know about that. But you
So
are,
we need to
no,
check
but
out who
but you are
constructed
asking
it.
questions, so you can refer.
No, I'm just
Yes,
asking because
all
I
right,
asked you
so-
questions.
so-
You can refer.
So we will get
So
all that.
our
You know how
roads-
it happens. These are politicians.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's purely an engineering
but now you also agree with me that Kaswa, the flyover, only transferred the whole traffic to another section.
Yeah,
because
because it's
much
supposed to- it
more
was supposed
work
to be in
needs to
phases.
be done, and that is why it's very important for us to know that governance is a continuous
Thank
agenda. One person starts, one has to. Otherwise, we are still in the same soup.
Yes,
in 10 seconds,
I'm
in 10
happy you are
seconds,
saying,
let's wrap up.
Yes, I'm happy you are
because our
saying
time
that
is fast spent.
governance is a continuous process.
Yes.
So, from the overhead, the traffic now mounts at Bujumburam.
Yes.
We were constructing a dual lane on both sides, coming and going at from is it Bujumburam all the way to. When we left power, the work has been still.
No, I think after you left power, there has been some work also.
No,
there
nothing has gone on there.
It has not been asphalted, but I also saw some work going on. They were like trying to expand
No, I
the
think
road and all that.
maybe you should send your cameras there.
Okay.
The gutters were made by us.
Okay.
Then there was.
Yet you don't admit the engineering issues.
Oh, we are not there. We are at Bujumburam. So there was an allocation that they were supposed to work on. Now the market women have taken over because the place have been left. Yes, so no work has been done.
Right.
With the exception of
Right.
the old.
So we also need to,
we need to
understand that
Okay.
the Kaswa Enclave too has come up with a lot of unplanned developments.
True.
Like most areas in Accra started. So it
Yeah.
also makes it difficult to factor some of these things in the bigger plan. But be as it may, once citizens live in an area, there should be a conscious effort to do that. And that's what every government
Okay, so
has to do.
this question I want
Yes.
to ask is a yes or no. Are we still in the year of roads, or we wrapped
It's
up?
year of roads too, and I can give you this document.
Okay.
That tells you
Year of
what
roads.
has been done so
Okay.
far. This is it.
Ministry
and
of Roads
it will be
and
updated.
Highways. Okay.
You get
All
it.
right. So we are
When
still in
you
year of
say-
roads.
These are
So it will reach
all James
reach
projects.
It will reach everybody.
These are all. It will reach everybody. But these
So
are
now,
all
thank you.
James projects.
Now, thank you
These
very
are all
much.
James projects.
Have you
And
read
if
it?
it is,
Have you read
these
it?
are all James projects. And if it is
Anyway.
reaching everybody.
So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Laura. Thank you very much.
Kaswa, we need our roads. Your roads.
This has been the news review segment on Breakfast Daily.